Okay, Sonia, I think I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm doing it. This is a brand new piece of technology just for your unboxing request, which has turned into an entire fabulous adventure that is very focused on Bailey. I didn't know that I was going to make you an entire video that was going to be such an epic journey and tale, like Bailey's tale here. I hope you can see my cursor. Like I said, this is brand new software to record an adventure for you. So earlier when you were like, please just go to your front porch and pick up your package, I was like, I don't think, Sonia, you realize what a treat I am saving for myself to have fresh air and a token of love from Sonia. My mailbox is not on my front porch. It's going to be an entire adventure. So then I took some pictures for you of my adventure, and I have accidentally now imported all of them and will give you a very thorough unboxing tale. So here is Bailey standing by the front door. Please notice that one of my house shoes I've kicked over here. That this is a box of geodes, and so is this, from Santa that the kids smashed open and have now abandoned by the front door. This is a bag of things that I'm giving to Goodwill. This is a camping chair that I had out by the fireplace. Here is the clutter that I didn't realize was going to be in the picture. Here is some art from Korea that my parents brought. Okay, so now we have the front door open, and you may notice now here, as we open this front door, that in fact, this is my view, and this is what my porch looks like. There are no other houses. This is just my pole shed where the trashy tractors live, and right next to the door, there is no mailbox. And in the winter, not only is there no mailbox up at my front door, but you can see that the driveway heads back down here. And in the snow, the truck drivers are too scared to try coming up the driveway. So they simply leave packages down at the mailbox. And I will show you my entire joyous, fresh air filled romp down to a token of your love. And in fact, the road home, and what was inside the box, as you have likely forgotten which tokens of love you have sent me. Bailey is very excited to be implicated on this journey. Here is where the kids made chalk drawings in the summer, and somebody, I have no idea who, never got out the hose to clean them up. This is a wrought iron cat made by my grandfather. It has cat's eye marble eyes. And here is some prairie grass, a weeping pine tree, a homemade trailer by the compost pile, an antique tricycle, and this is the scarecrow who has a flower pot for a head, and flowers bloom as her hair in the summer, and she always gets a new dress for summer because you can see this one's all faded and wind whipped, and she has a face painted on the flower pot, so we call her the pothead, made by my dad. Bailey's really into this. And then we step off the front porch, and we get to walk through the prairie grasses and last year's black-eyed Susans, and we walk down the front yard to here's the driveway. Here's the driveway that we will walk to get the fabulous package. Bailey is so happy in the snow. So happy in the snow. So here we are finally through the front yard on the driveway itself, and you can see that the driveway does not stop at the end of the mowed grass yard and lawn, but in fact continues on down the hill. You can catch a glimpse of why delivery drivers don't come to my front porch. It's because, do you want to drive on this with a massive truck full of presents and with a steep hill going right down the side over there? No. Only crazy people who live here are willing to do that. Bailey likes to run ahead. Sometimes she runs too far ahead all the way down here, and it loops around and goes all the way down a hill over there, which you'll see in a moment. to harass the neighbor dogs, who are very small and very yappy and not very friendly. And Bailey is big and friendly and not yappy. So she kind of lords it over them, and like dares them to snap at her face. And then she just like puts them in her place and walks away like the marshmallow she is. So here she is running way ahead of me. Yep, ditching me to go harass the neighbor dogs. Oh, running back. Oh my god, Beth called me. I'll be right there. Oh, that's as close as I got. I can't zoom in for you. Sometimes her jowls are flapping. It's really quite funny. Here we are around that curve you could see coming in the driveway. We're going to walk all the way down, and here's the curve. And here's you standing at the curve looking down the rest of the driveway. This is the rest of the driveway, and the mailbox is over here across the road. Again, if you were a delivery truck driver, would you want to take 1,000 feet of gravel covered in snow and ice? No, but I'm super into it. That's why I live at the top of this hill. There's my mailbox. There's my mailbox. This is the road I live on. It is paved, but not very well, and they have to redo it every couple of years. Look, what's in that mailbox but a package that says USPS? The USPS has successfully delivered a package from Sonia Velasco in Philadelphia all the way to me in Mindoro in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of the holiday season. They have done it. Here it is. Look, I'm so happy and excited to have this package. Look at my down mittens that keep my mitts nice and warm. Oh, so excited. Yep, embracing this package. There's our hippie lefty crunchy sign. The Biden-Harris signs are already down. Though I wish now I had a sticker or something that just said Harris before she bowed out of the primary and then, of course, later became the VP candidate. I wish that I had a Harris sign that I could put next to our lefty crunchy sign. This is more wrought iron sculpture made by my grandfather. It was originally supposed to be my mom and my dad and me and my brother. But now the kids take great joy in telling me that it's grandma and grandpa and Charlie and Eleanor, and they are not bothered in any way that I am not now in this wrought iron sculpture in their minds. Look at my antique fire number sign, because I live in the middle of nowhere. We still have power lines that go up above the ground, right? Other people now have internet and phone and electrical lines that all go underground. Nope, not us. We live out here with a fire number. So instead of going back up the driveway, here we have the back routes that go all the way up this back 15 acres that you'll see in a minute. And also, I really wanted to say some kind of Robert Frost reference where I came to a fork in the woods or I stopped by the woods on a snowy evening. But I have taken both of these paths so repeatedly that I cannot hardly make any reference to taking something less traveled. I have traveled every inch of this frequently. Some of these prints are Bailey's, but a lot of them are deer prints. So the deer also clearly chose this path off to the left. And then I was like, oh, but don't forget about the little prints. This is something that is either a mouse or a tiny vole or something, but it's very, very lightweight. It doesn't even sink down in the snow. Later, I'll show you squirrel tracks to show you how much more squirrels sink in than this little tiny mouse. And I was like, oh, what if Sonia doesn't know what deer prints look like? So I'll show you some close-ups of the deer prints. You can start to see their two-toe hoof right there. Yep, deer tracks. I also really like that this was like another fork in the road and that one deer was like, this direction, that direction. It amused me that they found a fork in the road and took the one less traveled by not following each other directly. Deer prints. And I thought, oh gosh, maybe my dad put out some corn for the deer down here. But that turned out not to be the case. This is our spare campsite that looks up the hill because it has this beautiful log, and on the other side of it is a wood pile covered in tarp in case you need to build a fire, and a fire pit that you just can't see right here. It's not corn. It's in fact where deer stopped instead of just kept walking while it was peeing and pooping. Sometimes they just keep walking and they don't give a shit. Um, in some literal ways they give shit, but not figuratively. But this one like stopped and stood around and made a whole bunch of footprints. And also you can now very clearly tell it's a deer, even though the footprints clearly already told me it was a deer. The rabbit poop can look really similar. It's smaller and rounder, but it's still like this pellety poop. But rabbits and deer have different colored pee. And also, I'm really worried about both of them because they always so consistently look really, really dehydrated. But this is more orangish, yellowish, and it is not rabbit pee, which is more red. Look how many deer walked here before I did between the last snow 2 days ago and now. These are all deer tracks. Maybe one of them is Bailey, but she had ditched me at this point to go harass the neighbor dogs. So I have gone to get my package, and I haven't seen her since that moment where she was sprinting away from me to go love the neighbors instead of stick with me on this beautiful meandering walk that I took to get my package so that then I could unbox it. And then I was worried that you didn't know what up close deer prints look like. This is what they look like. You can see their two-toed hooves, and they sink down in the snow much further than, the mouse did, for example. And you can see that they only drag their feet a little bit, that it's mostly an up and down entrance of the foot into the snow. And there's just this little wisp of, they brushed their toes across the surface on the way down into the hole. It's not like a huge long trail where they like dragged their foot to where they set it down. Oh, Bailey, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. There's my house. I'm following the deer tracks up the back field, and this is the back field. Oh, grace embodied. So much dignity. Oh, an ear shake. It's like ballet. And now Bailey realizes that I am very clearly following deer tracks. And again, their feet don't smell very much, but most of them just keep walking while they poop and pee. So she likes to smell them anyway, because it's not usually just the smell of a hoof. Oh, Bailey. So here's where somebody stopped and took a nap. This was a bed. You can tell because it got melted in such a big space, and even some ice right here. So you know that they weren't just digging in a spot looking for something to eat. You can, when you're in person, tell that this is a whole bed where one of them nestled down. So she sniffed it thoroughly and then ditched me again for a different, more interesting smell. Yep, bye. Oh, look, these are deer prints headed up to this little fort that the kids and I made. We made this 2 years ago, and we keep adding more branches. And it's not snowproof in any way, you can start to see, but it is our fort. This is where we put corn out for the deer, and you can tell that they all came and they pawed through the snow to find it. And then one a-hole was like, you know what? I really don't care where I empty my bladder, and did it right here where the corn always goes. F the rest of you. I'm standing here pawing through the snow for corn, so eat it. Here we have squirrel. I know that you may not remember any longer the sweet little mouse prints that were not so deep in the snow. The mouse prints had hardly sunk in just even at all, even a little bit. And you can see that squirrels not only have bigger feet than mice, of course, but of course they're also heavier and they sink down in the snow. And then you can see where their funny little mammal bodies and tail disturbed more snow because they sink down into it more. And the squirrels love the corn piles. They get very happy and very fat and lovely in the winter with lustrous coats because they like the corn and are less scared of coming out during the day to eat it than the deer are. This is a picture looking up the back hill towards where the corn pile is, and here is a trail cam. This is what a trail cam looks like, which means that because I took a picture of the trail cam that constantly lives outside, that when we pull the micro SD card out of this trail cam, there's going to be a picture in the trail cam of me taking this picture of the trail cam. There's Bailey. And Bailey. Now I'm standing right by the trail cam where I put some corn. This is a trail that goes down to the bottom of the hill. This is out back across my field where I was walking and taking pictures for you before, where the fort is that the kids and I built. And then we walked up this way. So now you can see the trail that we walked up from the mailbox, which is down here. Oh, this is me showing you how much Bailey drags her feet. So consistent with her assumed level of grace and dignity, she also drags her feet a lot more than deer, so you can tell the difference. There's this long dragging rut in between every step, so you can very clearly tell the difference, not just from the foot pads when you can count the toes, but because she's stockier, shall we say, than a deer. She goes more for hip hop and jazz dance classes than ballet. This is a snow dragon. This is a snow dragon, and snow dragons do not eat small children. They eat snow. So if you go out walking and you find a snow dragon, you can lift snow up in your mitten to wherever you decide is the snow dragon's mouth, and they eat snow, not the child who's feeding the snow dragon the snow. This is my house. I came back down another way, and here is the front curving driveway that we walked down all the way over there, and then we walked all the way up this back hill together. Thank you for joining me. There's Bailey. Okay, and now I'm going to do a really awkward scan back through everything. Because look what we get to next. Also, this is the corn, where the corn lives for the deer. You can see my amazing slip-on boots and my flannel lined pants. And also, I am more than a little bit frustrated that the kids took the lid off of this and another pail nearby to defend themselves against each other's snowballs like shields, and thus snow got in here, so now it's not in a protected dry container. Now it is wet and closed. This is an ice cream bucket, and I want you to know very much that when we say ice cream bucket, we really mean ice cream bucket. You can buy a gallon of ice cream, often vanilla, in this style bucket, and after you eat all of the delicious, usually vanilla ice cream inside of here, then you have this really handy, not enormous, not tiny, broad mouthed, wide diameter bucket to use for all kinds of useful things like putting corn out for deer and really happy fat squirrels. And then if you need another bucket, you think to yourself, wow, that bucket is really, really useful. I need another one. I guess I'm going to have to buy another gallon of ice cream and eat another gallon of ice cream so that I have more useful buckets to use. So we don't call this a 1 gallon bucket. This is very clearly an ice cream bucket. There's my wheelbarrow, the raised bed, straw bale, boxes for gardening, the trail made by humans in Bailey that goes out to that field where we were romping around. Oh, grace and dignity. Grace and dignity, Bailey. Look how miserable she is in the snow. She's just miserable. She hates this so much. Okay, now I will move to a video, which is the unboxing you actually asked for. But this is a tiny glimpse into when you say, Beth, just go get your package. And I'm saying, yes, just a minute, let me finish writing another chapter first. It's because this entire experience was me relishing the chance to have an adventure and a whole little story with lots of little animals and footprints and pee and poop and trail cams and corn on the way to get my package and bring the package back home so that I can unbox it. So it's not just a little tiny token of love that I'm excited for. It's a tiny token of love that I'm excited to go pick up by having this entire adventure on the way. I don't know how to pause the recording of my screen on this brand new software that I have. Whatever. This is part of the story now, too. Look, more adventure. More adventure in this epic unboxing. And then, Sonia, I came inside with this amazing package that I'm so excited to get, and for which the unboxing video has become an entire tale, woven of snow, and I took off my boots, got the scissors from my desk, and here we are having an unboxing. And actually, I think the other package of books came from you today as well. Which means we're about to have a book club in addition to an unboxing that is an entire adventure. Nonstop adventures. Here's a package from Sonia. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my god, I got the wrong box. Okay, hold on. This is not what I thought it was. This is... Charlie wanted to pick out sweets for everybody for holidays. And he knew that his grandpa, my dad, likes old-fashioned candy. And so ordered ribbon candy. So here's some delicious ribbon candy that sounds completely shattered. And I'm going to go get the other box that I think is actually from you. It's going to be really funny if it's not. Is it? Is it funny though? Okay, I'll be right back. Don't step on the scissors. So now you've really seen everything. What a journey we have been on together, and now you can see the books that you are up upon as the camera holder. Oh, what a journey this has been. I have at no point stopped to brush my teeth or comb my hair or anything else. How am I going to get this phone to stay? How did I do it the first time? Everything is falling apart. This is amazing. Bubble wrap. Will bubble wrap better hold my phone? Yes. Yes, it will. But it will not point at where the box is going to be so that you can see me unboxing. Life is a true nightmare. I quit. I quit everything. I resign. I am no longer human. I'm going to join the bonobos. Oh, my mother forking fork nuts. Sweet Jesus, was that so difficult? Apparently, it was extremely difficult. Okay, here we go. This one actually says from Sonia Belasco. Oh my God. This has been a real journey, a real adventure. I unboxed an entire action adventure for you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sending me this choose your own adventure situation. Beth and family. Since you're watching me, I guess I'll read the card first. I'll be polite because I'm completely busted by making you this unboxing video.
Muppet. From the city that brought you an escape from fascism, Gritty and I send you much love this holiday season. Yes. More bubble wraps I could have used to prop up my phone. Can it? We were just texting about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I agree that your characters are like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, except that they don't have ninja training yet, so please give your characters in your book ninja training. Oh, stop the video. A dough ball? Oh, everything is over. I've concluded. This will be the rest of my day. Oh, it smells so pleasingly strange. Yes. Picture this in every meeting I have forevermore. Oh, damn. These are some nice socks. We're going to have to put these on. Oh, we're going to put these socks on. I think I can hear Jewel singing to me in the other room while I put on these socks. Life is a film. Look at these crazy golem toes. If those aren't Ehlers-Danlos toes, I don't know what are. What do you mean? My skeleton's fine. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Look at inside the flannel lined jeans that also have a heating pad under my desk, as you well know. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Yes. Okay. Oh, and books, of course. A history of my brief body, Billy Ray Belcourt. Hospitals have always been enemy territory. My body, too, brown to be innocent, inflames the nurses' racialized curiosities. For them, there's always the possibility that my pain is illusory, dreamt up in order to get me my next fix. Or maybe I just want somewhere warm to sleep because the world is too hard on an NDN like me. This is never the case, for me at least, but their imaginations run wild nonetheless. Yeah. That's going to be amazing. Disability visibility. You were so nearly stacked on this book's perfect twin. First-person stories from the 21st century by Alice Wong. I saw a lovely picture of her posing with this book as it came out, and it just hasn't made the top of my list until right now. I'm so excited. Dare I ruin everything to show you how perfectly this fits, not just with the books you were piled on, but the books you were almost piled on? Oh, stepped on the bubble wrap. Oh, nailed it. If you're wondering if I just dropped all of my data and methodology books, yes I did. But look how perfectly this is going to go on my desk with beauty as a verb. Oh, perfect as always. Now I have first-person stories and the new poetry of disability all together right here, and I will text both to you nonstop as I read through them. This has been a perfect adventure. I'm going to go send you your requested unboxing video while I play with this dough ball, which, like I said, really will be the star of every Zoom meeting I have from here until infinity. Thank you. I love you.
Oh, my forking fork nuts. Look what I found in tissue paper wrapped carefully as an extra special treat right at the end, that is now blowing my mind And I can't even believe I made you sit through the video of looking at sweet little mouse prints in the snow to get to this point. It's an Oscar Wilde action figure. I now have an action figure of you with your strong coat game and your fancy clothes and your wit that can just hang out with me here at my desk. I'm so into it. Thank you. I'm so excited. Hello, Sonia. It's nice to see you here by my desk. Oscar Wilde, Sonia. You look really great in that jacket. You're nailing it. Oh, what's that? Something witty? You've said something witty? I'm so surprised. Oh, Sonia, thank you for joining me here at my desk. Best walk to get a package and then opening of a package